Hey everyone, that time of the week to go over some plays. We'll be looking at coins that took a hard hit. So I'll do the usual Bitcoin and Ethereum overview, and then we'll take a look at Sol, MATIC, BNB, Link, and a few others. But I just want to go over and say, if you guys are having a hard time in this market and the market has been brutal to you, please do take some time away and reevaluate your trades. Come back with a clear mindset because this market's 24/7. Okay, so if you guys have been losing or can't catch a break, take some days off, take a couple weeks off, get off from the charts, and just delete your apps for a little bit, go touch some grass, and then come back with a clear mindset. Because honestly, it's only going to get harder from here, in my opinion. It's going to be a summer full of chop, but I won't waste your time with that. We'll just get into it. So let's start with Bitcoin here. As you can see, this following wedge here, it's been holding. We bounced directly right from the bottom trend line. I don't think that the bottom is in yet. I do think we go further down, waiting for the Monday open. But these are the few things that I see here, and we'll take a look at a different chart here. So, as I said last video for Bitcoin, that the short trigger for this would be we were around like here to go up into this range here, right? Reject and then come back down. And that's exactly what we did here. We went into this range, came back down. Yes, we had a retest there. We lost the trend, and then from that point on, we did, even if you, like I said, into this range, come back down, close below. If you had shorted from this candle here, you got a nice 5% move down. Okay, so that was the trigger. That there was a trend here that was holding. We lost the trend, and clearly we just dropped down. So I'm going to remove this here and tell you the next possible place where we could reject. And I'm still looking for this 27.2 to 27.3K bearish retest. But shorter time frame, with all this FUD going around, this is what I currently see. Okay, so on a higher time frame, I still think this long is valid, 24.700ish. Okay, that's where I will be taking this long and possibly right back up to 28K. Now, I gave this one before. It's in the discords as well. I'm not going to go over the setup again, or going over it again. But this is what I currently see. So we have a small little supply zone here, but it's only like $50. I'm not going to play that. We do have this here, however. There's a little order block that I think we can go into. Please note, like we have this giant downtrend. We also have this one that's been rejecting. Okay, so let's remove this. I do like a possible short scalp. Now it's going to be a very, very tight um, stop. And a very risky trade, okay? Because we've fallen so much and so fast that a relief is imminent. Now, this relief is going to be caused by very low liquidity in the order books, and people trading have been sidelined. So, one small pump can stop us out, okay? So, if you're going to trade this, go in with smaller position. But I'm looking for a move up into this order block, along with this confluence of this trend line here. Reject from that point, and then go into our longs at 24/7. It is a 3.3 hour trade. Very tight stop loss. Use 1/3 of your position size, and yeah, so this shouldn't be a big loss if we take it out. Now for longs, I'm not longing within here. I'm waiting for lower. On a higher time frame, as I mentioned in previous videos, if this doesn't hold, then we are going to 22K. Okay, so watch the previous videos to take a look, but this is going to be the next area if we do not hold. One sec. There. Okay. I planned it out in detail in the last video, but um, if this area does not hold, then 22K is going to be the next region for us to go. 23.8 first. Remember, I did mention that as well, and that is around here. 23.87, which was the target of this bear flag, which I again went over last video. So again, shorter time frame, looking into a rejection from this order block slash trend line. Again, very tight stop loss, and hopefully we write it down. Now, profit taking is going to be up to you guys. I'm just providing the trade setup, an idea. I'm not going. This is the final TP, but you're going to take profit around supports, right? So if this hits, then 26.12 is going to be your first one. It's been resistance for now. We've kept rejecting from it. If we go there, that's going to be your first TP, and so on and so forth. 25.6 and then 24.7. Let's take a look at ETH. We missed our longs by just a little bit. There was a reason why I didn't long here that I mentioned previously as well. I wasn't going to long until this trend line was flipped. I'm still looking for a long around 1698. The same setup that I gave last time, with my stops under 1626-ish. And I'm planning to play that back up to fill that, and then bearish retest back up there. Quick little 4 to 5% move, and currently this was support, right? We've had so many touches from the area that if we do go back up there and reject, so something like this, whoops, something like this. Why won't this work with me? Close below, reject, and then I look to short with my stops probably above 1850-ish. Sorry, 1830-ish. Right? That's a trigger play. Right? We need to reject from it, turn it to resistance. Currently, we lost support. We haven't turned to resistance. We can easily reclaim it. But if we reject from it, turn to resistance, I'll mark it short, and I'll ride this all the way down to the long, hedge long there. Hopefully, take some. I would definitely take profit on my short here. Ride it back up to this bearish retest point. Add the profits that I took and compounded back into my shorts, and then ride that all the way back down to about 1500-ish. This area here that I outlined in the previous video as well, which is in confluence with this uptrend that we're holding. Okay, so this uptrend here is still intact. We bounce from the trend line. I'm looking for this order block to be tagged, demand zone as well. Hold that up to the bearish point, bearish retest point, and then compound my shorts, and then further down. Let's take a look at everyone's favorite shitcoin, Sol. So, in the Discord, I did give you guys the long-term back parts, right? I said to buy 1598, 1454, and 1278. If you had DCA'd the way I told you to, your average should have been close to 1377, which was mine, and we got a nice almost 20% move from the average. Those were the spot buys. Now, if we take a look at this on a clean chart, this is what I'm currently looking at. Trend line is here. Okay. We have a supply zone here at 1738 to about 1770 area. That is an area where I'll be looking to short. On a lower time frame, so first of all, the short will look something like this. One sec. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So I'd be starting my low time frame short there. TPs, again, up to you, whatever is good enough for you. But on a lower time frame, we possibly have, like we've been bear flagging every single time, right? Here's another one. Now, short on this one would be, again, there's your market structure break on a low time frame, right? Because we have on a low time frame higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Break that, then you're making a lower low. So you're looking for break that short, or you can short on the loss of this support area, right? And your stop would be very tight. It looks something like, I would love the retest as always. Something like that if we get the retest. And then down, I still think this trade's under $10. But the other alternative would be lose this, then you'd market short with your stops above 1580-ish, and all the way down here. Again, these are trigger plays, right? You want this to make a lower low, go up to reject and come down. But if this comes back down, makes a lower low, you're looking for the next lower high, reject, and further down. Again, that would be in confluence with the bearish retest of this trend line break. If we do continue to break up higher, then it's very tricky to play this on a low time frame because everyone's shorting, right? We could see a rejection here. So 1625 to about 1650, you could see a short there. Again, we've been rejecting from the top of this trend line. That would be in confluence with the top of this trend line. If you're taking a short there, it's going to be very, very tight. So short there, 2% stop loss, maybe even less. You can reduce position sizing with these coins. Stop above 1660-ish, and you write that back down there. Or you take profits at levels where supports are, and then your main TP would be that support line at 1520. So 4 different trade ideas outlined here, and 15-minute, 2-hour, 4-hour, and even the daily. Next coin we'll take a look at is going to be BNB. Okay. So as I mentioned in the last video, this was the trend line that we were looking for. We broke down from this one. We broke down from this one. If you had market shorted that trend line break, great. We are currently at this order block here. This previously got tagged, but we are currently in it. This is an area where I will short. I would love to get a retest of this trend line for it to short. Now that could take some time. Okay, so let's take a look at this on a lower time frame here. See, the target of this is going to be around 80 bucks. Lower time frame, let's go to the 2-hour. All right. So just like here, how we had consolidation on support. Right, here is your consolidation on support. The longer we consolidate on support, it's going to lead down. I know a lot of people have different opinions on that, but consolidation on support, it's going to get weaker. You want consolidation under resistance, not on support. And just like this, we're going to go further down. You're looking for the support to be broken, turn to resistance, and then you'll short, okay? Now, if you're looking for a short, I would definitely short if we get up here. I would short the shit out of this. So 257 up to 265. And write that bad boy down. Okay. Now on a lower time frame, like the 2 hour, this is your current range. Right? Range lows, range highs, back down, back up. You're looking to short range highs again until broken. So you're just going to keep doing it as so. Again, back to range lows. Right, over and over until it works. Now, I wouldn't long range lows only because we've had 1, 2, 3 touches, almost 4. The more we touch support again, consolidation on support is going to be weaker. So you're looking for this break up, turn into resistance, market short with your stops probably above 238ish, and ride that all the way down to about 200. Now, again, playing anything like BNB, MATIC, Sol, these were listed as securities by the SEC. The whole entire Binance FUD. You just want to be careful with these coins. If you're going to play these coins, play with a third of a normal position. And yeah. In terms of longs for this coin, I don't know how far we'll go down. But if we ever get to 146 to 118, definite long. $213 has been held as support, right? You're going to long that. But what you want to see is you want to see a sweep of, if we're going low time frame, if you want to long, you want to see this candle get swept up in liquidity, right? So go down, swing failure, reclaim it, and then you mark it long with your stops below whatever wick is created. Okay, that's going to be your long trigger. Otherwise, if there's no swing failure created, 211 is where you're going to long. And depending on how fast this decelerates, right, 145 that I gave, and then if we ever get a scam wick down to 80, that's where you want to buy this for the long term. In terms of MATIC, this has the same exact formation as Sol, kind of. They all, took it pretty hard. Here's your possible trend. If this ever goes back up to 76 to 78, you will definitely short it. On a lower time frame, on a higher time frame, 69 is where I would look to short, right? It was previously resistance. We flipped it to support, support, support. We haven't retested it. I expect a rejection around 69 or about 70 cents on a lower time frame. Higher high, higher low, higher high. It's still maintaining this trend. It's creating still higher lows. See what happens, but possibly a short here can be taken. Okay, breaks trend, goes up, retests. This would at that point become a supply zone. You would short here with your stops above this point here and write that shit all the way down. Okay, so either we go up here and short, come back down, break the trend line that's been holding, go back up to the supply zone, reject, that's where you'll short. You can layer your bids in here. Very tight stop loss, it's like 1.5%, and then you would write that all the way down there. I don't really care for longs with MATIC. If we do long, then I'm looking for probably this order block here. So 59, what is this? 58.6. Very, very reduced position size here because this could get ugly if this loses. So possibly long around 58.6 down to 56.8 with your stops under 55, and you're looking honestly for a quick 1 to 2 3% move because most of you guys are high leverage degens. So that's what I would be looking for on MATIC. Okay. Last but not least, Link. Thought. All right. So let's start off on the weekly. So previous all-time highs, right? We broke out, we retested it and held it. Okay. Now this could get ugly for Link here. 5.6 was the support that we needed to hold. We broke down. So if we do go up to 5.6, expected to reject at the first go around. I would honestly, this is where I would love to short 5.92 to about 6.01. Okay. But on a lower time frame, and I know this had a huge drop with disregard to human life here, you could see a rejection, but you're looking for rejection, close below, right? That's where you will mark it short. Stops above, if it created a wick up here, you'd stop, place your stop there, and write that all the way down. Otherwise, lose this weekly support that we just created, then I would love to get Link at around 4.36 cents down to 3.93. Now this would be a spot buy, and I would honestly average down anywhere under $2.82 and hopefully write that back to $10. This is a spot buy again. If you're taking this on leverage, go in with like 5x. So I hope this 5x's from where I want to buy it, and this is where I want to buy it. But there's no reason to possibly play this on leverage until those two levels get tagged. Um, if we do go back to 4.6-ish, or previous all-time high support that we bounced off of, it's like 4.67, that is an area where you want to this area here. That's an area where you want to long, okay? Because we just flipped it to support, so support should hold. So anywhere from 4.91 down to 4.65 is an area where you want to long. Otherwise, you're waiting for 5.6, or if we do get where I want to short, that level. I wouldn't long or short anything here. You still need more data to form. So those are what I'm currently looking at. Um, again, Sol bounced right off the trend line. It's maintaining trend. Look for there, 4 different possibilities. And just, again, take it easy on this one. It's going to be a pretty tough week. We also have FOMC and the Hinman docs on Tuesday and Wednesday. So, again, be careful and safe trading. Bye, everyone.